I was thinking, oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. Where was your harmony? With somebody who loves me.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Camarray.
And I'm Zaiah, and this is the Music Report
Card,
where albums are reviewed based on the vocals, lyrics,
the production, as well as the sonic flow.
All right, today we are going to be reviewing
Lady
Tony Bennett.
and
Get
Lady,
it right.
and
Lady Gaga. Now, y'all, the whole reaction video, if y'all ain't see it, please go back and watch video 1 of 2. This is video 2 of 2. Let's be very clear.
Be very clear.
He keep disrespecting Mr. Tony Bennett.
I know.
It's Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga's new album titled
Love for Sale.
All right. Hopefully that got you excited about subscribing.
Yes.
Hitting this video with a like.
Oh, you better.
Dropping down in the comments and telling him how annoying he is.
Ah, come on.
Sharing the video with everybody you know.
Because they need to hear the vocals.
And then clicking on that notification bell. Notification.
So you don't miss these vocals again. Okay.
Yeah. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga are both American singers who entered the music business at different times, but have both made an impact. Bennett has 61 studio albums, 11 live albums, and 33 compilation albums. Lady Gaga has released 5 solo albums and now 2 collaborative albums with Bennett.
She has also made her impact in acting, starring alongside Bradley Cooper in A Star Is Born and the upcoming film House of Gucci. The duo's first collaboration album, Cheek to Cheek, was released in 2014 and gave them a Grammy. Now, the duo is back with their second album, Love for Sale, and we are here to review it.
Yes, we are.
But before we get there, we have to give them some love and some salutations and all of that, especially Mr. Tony Bennett. We understand that you're going through, you know what I'm saying, Alzheimer's.
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I said it right. Okay.
Not Alzheimer's, y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to Google it. Google Alzheimer's. And you're going to see that what you've been saying and believing that it was so is not so.
I know. I did say Alzheimer's earlier, y'all. But I got it. I know there was a Z in there. That's how I've always heard it. So anyway, a lifelong career. This is his last album. He has already, made that very clear. So to go out with this album with Lady Gaga, I think definitely deserves a toast. And
a toast to Lady Gaga.
And a toast to Lady Gaga, yes, for stretching and coming.
In the shadow.
Oh, yes. It tastes like Kool-Aid.
It is.
All right, let's go ahead and get this review popping.
All right, I Get a Kick Out of You was my first favorite. I love this song. I remember hearing this song growing up. So I'm biracial. My Caucasian grandparents would play this type of music. And it reminds me a lot of Jungle Book, the Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah.
So watching the Jungle Book, a lot of jazz music. They had a lot of jazz music in there. But my grandparents were also fans of Cole Porter, who is the songwriter of all of these songs.
All of these songs, yes.
And he just so happens to also be from Indiana, which is where I was born and raised, and my grandparents lived as well.
Yeah.
But I think their rendition of I Get a Kick Out of You was great. And I love the whole playing back and forth moment. I get a kick out of you. Who, me?
Yeah.
That whole moment. So just love the song. Camarray, passing it over to you.
All right. Well, my first favorite song was Dream Dancing. I love the intro of the song. I feel that it's so, I don't know, I guess magical, I guess would be the word. Whimsical, I guess would be another word. And it just goes from this nice moment into the swing. And I just, I don't think, I've always appreciated jazz music, but listening to Lady Gaga on her Apple Music interview, how she described that swing and how you have to be in the pocket, but then still just kind of feel and groove and all of that. And this is a perfect example of that. I feel like Tony and I feel like I should call him Mr. Tony. Mr. Tony and Lady Gaga are both in their sweet spots vocally. Then you get towards the middle and you have each of the instruments kind of have their own solo spot, and they're kind of accentuated, I said it right? All right, praise God. Accentuated with the strings, and it just sounds so beautiful, and it just gives you all this good music all in these little pockets. Lyrically, it's such a lover story. One of the lines says, I want to make my career dream dancing with you. So if I could just dance with you all my life. All my life.
I was thinking, oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah.
Where was your harmony? With somebody who loves me. All right.
Yeah, so that was Dream Dancing. I love the song. Again, swing it on through for me, baby. Swing it. Zay, what is your next song?
Let's do it is my next song.
All right.
I love the intro. I love how Lady Gaga just articulated herself so well in the intro. Everything was so clear and pretty and precise, and the diction was there. And then the beat dropped.
The beat dropped?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, the little the beat drop, because there wasn't any beat. It was just the whole musicality moment was not featuring a beat, and then the beat was featured, and she just swagged it out a bit more. She gave the bending of the notes and the whole, like you were saying with the timing and things like that. It's about being on time, but you also being off the time and choosing to be not on the downbeat every time, and choosing to go somewhere in the middle of that. Absolutely. And dragging those notes out. That whole moment is a part of what makes jazz so cool and so great. So I love this rendition. Great rendition, Camarray.
Let's do it. All right, my next favorite is Do I Love You. Now, this song is Lady Gaga's second solo song on the album. And I wrote in my notes, Lady freaking Gaga. Listen, the way she opens up the song is super beautiful. The way she opens her mouth and just reaches for these notes that feel like they're mountain high type notes is so amazing to me. Her phrasing, and she's like, do I show you? Do I do? Like, it's so... it sucks you in. And then the last note for me is just super beautiful, and I'm always a sucker for how you end the song, usually with live renditions of songs, but especially since this kind of feels like a live, kind of a live rendition type album. She holds this note. I believe the word she says is me, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna do it. But y'all go ahead and listen to it on the album. It is the most beautiful.
Did it make our reaction video?
It did, because it was at the end.
Okay, so listen to the reaction video and you'll be able to...
No, I'm saying her ending note.
Oh, okay.
It didn't make it. So go back and listen to the full song and you'll hear that. And all these instruments are going on behind, and it's just beautiful. All right.
That's what it gave.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in her range. I got range, I just don't use it. Oh, all right. All right. Who used to do that, Beyonce? She used to do all that and flip her hair and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's my second favorite. Do I Love You. Lady Gaga solo record on the album. Well, one of two solo records on the album. I'm going to throw it back to my good friend Zay.
All right, Love for Sale. I love Tony's intro. I felt he put a lot of passion into it, and I think he didn't have a choice but to do so because Cole Porter's lyrics are so descriptive. in this particular song. So I think Tony's delivery really had to illustrate it vocally and make you feel the whole moment.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was like reading a book.
Ooh.
Like, or having a book read to you, but in a song.
Yeah, that's
like
a good
it was
way to
so
put it.
descriptive. So, that's not even in my notes. I just felt that in my Shondo. Moment. But yeah, you really get to feel the whole moment and really just I just visualize this brick street in this, like in the dark alleyway and the stairs going up and sus peeking out the door. It makes me kind of think of, honestly, like the feel of New Orleans when you're on like Bourbon Street, but imagine nobody being there and the lights being a little dim and that whole moment just really.
Red light district.
It's just
prostitutes everywhere.
Yeah, prostitutes everywhere. Just selling the cooter.
Creep.
But I also love that their rendition has this subtle swing feel to it, with the bass in the background, just real subtle. Once the bass actually comes in and does its little moment. So those are my notes. Let me know what y'all think. Drop down in the comments, because this is the title of this song is also the title of the album. So y'all definitely need to listen to this one.
I agree, and it also made my final choice for top 3 off of this album, Love for Sale. Love for Sale, which was originally released in 1930.
Crazy.
1930. That's what, 100 years ago?
Almost 100 years ago. We're in 21.
Right. That's crazy to me. 100 years ago.
No, not 100.
Almost 100 years ago. Almost doesn't count.
Almost doesn't count. Can we pan over to Brandy on the wall here?
Right album. Alright. But yes, the song was originally written and released in 1930 and is a song basically about a prostitute. Okay, as we mentioned. Just a sprinkle a day, watch your hoe fade away. Has your hoe been sprinkled today? That's a little TLC for the people. The song has been covered by so many legendary jazz artists, from Ella Fitzgerald, Miles Davis, Billie Holiday, so on and so forth. Even Seal has taking a stab at the song. And for me, hearing Lady Gaga and Mr. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga's rendition of the song.
He's doing it again.
And seeing how they transitioned the song and made it their own. And actually, Mr. Tony Bennett actually covered it on one of his albums way back when as well. And so then to see that they were able to recapture that moment and make it still fresh and new, I thought was an amazing, amazing thing. And I think the story is, again, I think it's important to note, not that this song is just about a prostitute, but that this woman has never really felt or seen true love. And I think that is the ultimate part of the story. Is a lot of times people can pick and say, you see her over there, she over there sleeping with all the men, but why is she doing that? Because she's never known or seen or felt that true love. And so that is important. An important note to take from this song. And I definitely got that line from this song. So Love for Sale, an amazing, amazing album. I loved it. We mentioned in our reaction video that there were no honorable mentions or any least favorite songs. So I think with that being said, I think it's time to give them their grade.
All right, so starting off with vocals, I think that the vocals were very solid. Love Mr. Bennett's voice. I think that it's great that he was still able, at the time that this album was recorded, was still able to sing like this. I think that's phenomenal. However, I do feel that his voice is still a little limited. I don't feel like he gives like a whole lot. And Lady Gaga, I feel like she gave us some range and some different moments, but I just didn't feel like she gave I feel like there were other ways to make this creative vocally and go kind of off the beaten path a little bit and pull a little bit of the current moments into it. And also, I would have loved to hear some scatting. Like from Lady Gaga especially, like give us some scatting moments. They're doing, of course they let the musicians do their scatting and do their little, solos. But when you have artists who've covered this, such as the Ella Fitzgerald, who is the queen of scatting, it's kind of like come on, give me a little bit of something. Give me,
Pull and
something.
stretch.
Yeah. So I gave a 4.25 nonetheless. I still think it was great. Just didn't quite get me all the way to the top.
All right, and I didn't give my grade until I saw the Apple Music interview, and I will say I think that may have changed my vote or my grade just a little bit, and I think I mentioned this in the reaction video, but if not, I felt that Lady Gaga was able to show restraint as well as go for it, if you will. And I think that is something that's really major in jazz music. And music as a whole. And I think that she really, really showcased being able to just pull back. And I think there is a beauty in that pulling backness. And I think that's maybe where Zaiah's coming from, was he wanted some not so pulled backness at some points.
Just some creativity to make it feel a little bit more feel current. I get that the point wasn't for it to feel current, but I would have just loved to have a little bit of creativity implemented in there where it could still pull from where we are currently. I don't know what that looks like. I'm just saying I would have loved to have had some type of surprise.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of where we are today, we're in 2021, and these are songs that were written back in the 30s.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
But with that being said, I gave their vocals a 4.75. I do think Mr. Bennett has had an illustrious career just staying in his pocket. Like, listen, I'm not about to stretch and run around the world. I'm not.
Well, and Tony, to add to what you're saying, Tony Bennett also singing back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, like. They weren't able to do what we're doing vocally. So I wasn't expecting that necessarily.
Yeah.
I was expecting that more so from Lady Gaga because she's classically trained. She's sang pop music. She sang all these different styles that I would just expect for her to pull something out of her hat. She's so creative.
Yeah.
So I just expected a little more. That's more so what I'm saying. Vocally, I expected a little bit more.
Well, y'all drop down in the comments and let us know how y'all feel about that. Let's move on to lyrics.
So lyrics, we actually are not going to be grading the lyrics. We do want to mention that because this entire album is renditions of Cole Porter's lyrics, or his songs, I should say. We just decided that this wasn't a moment. We also did this with our Carrie Underwood review. If y'all haven't checked that out, please go back and check that out, where she actually did cover songs for her album. We decided it's not appropriate to factor in the lyrics because they're not her lyrics. Right. So, moving on to production. Production, I think, was great. We talk a little bit about some of these swing moments and the musicians having their solo moments. I think y'all definitely should go take a listen. Definitely classic. I give a 4.5 for production.
And I'll follow you right behind. I will mention, there were a couple moments where I felt like Lady Gaga's voice was on top of the track, if you will, or on top of the music, and I would have liked to have her brought down just to blend just a little bit. And there were a couple of moments like that, so that's why I didn't give them a perfect 5. So for me, I gave a 4.5 as well, but I thought it was very, very solid.
I feel like that was intentional though, only because that's how it used to be. So growing up, when I say that I've listened to a lot of this style of music, growing up, my grandfather actually had the actual
album.
The actual, what do you call it? But what is it called? No.
It's an album.
Yeah, but what is it called? It's not just an album, record. The record player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had an actual record player connected up to speakers, and it would just, you walk in, and you'd be hearing this music. So what? Because I'm just remembering the moment. So, and he would just have it playing and turn it over and put it back. He knew how to work it and everything, but I think it was intentional. But I always remembered that the music was a little subtle, and that I really could hear the vocals, out and up in your face for sure. So, it may have been intentional. Sonic flow. So the sonic flow, I think the album flowed very well. Obviously, it's all kind of in the same style, same genre. I gave a 4.5 for Sonic Flow. All
right, I also gave a 4.5. I thought that this album flowed very well, and there's something to be said when you have this many songs and this range of music, if you will, where you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not, you don't have a lot of, you can't really move with an up tempo, or you can't really give like a really slow, like daunting ballad. Like it's really in this pocket, and for them to be able to craft such a beautiful piece of art, and not have it sound, the songs, I won't even say they sounded similar. They flowed very well together, and so for that, I had to give them a 4.5. I felt like, I just want to throw this in there. My first introduction to jazz is, and I may upset some people, but the Bill Cosby Show. I just have to throw that in there because I remember him. He was in a band as well as his dad, and I remember them being on the show and introducing us young black kids to jazz music.
Why would people be upset about this?
Because of Bill Cosby and where he is and what he's done. I don't know.
As a child, you had a moment where you connect, like all that wasn't a thing. You're just reflecting on the past.
Yes, but I just want to say that.
So get out your feelings. If you're in your feelings and you want to go back and forth, drop down in them comments and you can catch these hands that I'm bringing. But not from the music report card page. I'm gonna come from a personal page.
All right, but yes, I just want to say that I am appreciative for that, because without that, I would have probably never had an intro into jazz music to be able to even accept or listen to music like that, because I was an R&B kid, R&B gospel kid. So, shouts out to Mr. Cosby for introducing us young black kids to jazz music.
All right, so we are going to move on now to the actual grade.
Ooh.
So once we tally those numbers
Scores,
up, we get an average of a 4.5, which gives us a percentage of
90%.
All right, which gives us a grade of.
Can we get a drum roll, please?
I felt like I was doing this drum roll throughout the when we listened on the reaction video. I felt like it was.
You were in the clouds. Alright, but that gives them a grade of an A-.
A-.
That is an amazing, amazing album, and I think that they are definitely going to win some Grammys. I think they're going to win just awards, period. And to send Mr. Tony Bennett off an illustrious, as I mentioned, career, 61 something albums, 11 live out. Come on, like, this is an amazing way to go out.
Yes, it's definitely amazing. Definitely amazing. Mr. Tony Bennett, thank you so much for your great music. Before we leave, y'all, we definitely, again, would like to invite you to subscribe.
That's right.
Make sure you hit this video with a thumbs up. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know what you think about these songs. Did you listen to the album? Just talk to us. We wanna start a conversation down below.
Right.
Make sure you also share the video.
Yes.
And make sure you click that notification bell. That notification bell, notification bell, that notification bell.
I am your boy, Camarray.
And I'm Zaiah. Peace out.
Peace.
Peace out.
What?
Peace out.
Peace.
What? Peace out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Who, me? Yeah.
Who, you? Yeah, you. Couldn't be. Then who?